Hello everybody. Ann Blackwood here, your Silicon Valley Sage sister, bringing some consciousness to the forefront of your daily life today to make life a little kinder and simpler. Energy leaks. In the grand scheme of things, no one can take from us what we do not offer. We do not allow. We may not realize that we are allowing it, but we are. I used to say there was no such thing as a psychic vampire, because no one can take your energy from you if you don't allow it. You might not realize, this is why I started this whole thing off with energy leaks. You may not realize that you are allowing people to take from you, but you are. No one can take from you which you haven't left an opening for them to take. Even if you aren't freely and openly giving it to them with awareness, you still, whatever it may be, have left an opening for them to reach in and take it. How do I solve this problem? Well, first of all, your self-worth needs to come from inside of you, not outside of you. Then you need to know what your priorities and your purpose are so that you can set your boundaries. Because it is no one's responsibility but your own to uphold your boundaries. And if someone isn't, if they're not respecting your boundaries, it's your responsibility to get the F out of there. We don't need to be for just anyone or everyone. It's not actually healthy. I have never met a single person who told me that, oh yeah, they loved just putting themselves out there all over the place and meant it. They might even think that they mean it, but their words say one thing and their actions and their words the rest of the time tell the real story. So they may have convinced themselves. They might have found a way to justify through their reasoning, through whatever they've gotten from the outside world, their actions and behavior. But everything else that they do and say says that they loathe being taken advantage of. They've just justified in their head, because a lot of us get used to uncomfortable situations because we think it would actually be harder to do what it took to be happy than to just put up with what makes us uncomfortable. Our bodies and our minds are the temple for that part of us that is spirit, source, God, cosmic consciousness. And allowing just anybody to have access to that disrespects you. Truly. If you aren't reserving that for people who love and respect you, I guarantee you're not going to be happy. And you're going to wonder why you're not happy. Well, it's because you're not respecting the temple of your soul. And therefore, you're not respecting your soul. It's really as simple as that. And there are so many people who wonder why they're miserable. When you have all three healthy, happiness comes naturally. Mental, physical, and spiritual. And even if you're not a heavily spiritual person, there are spiritual aspects, such as having a purpose in life. That's what I consider the spirit part of it. But still, when it comes down to it, this idea that someone's taking from you, no, baby. No one's taking anything from you. You are letting them do it. No one's taking anything from you against your will. You are letting them do it. You just don't realize you're letting them do it. And now that I've told you, you have no excuse. You need to start building that self-worth from within. Figure out what your priorities and your purpose are so that you can figure out what your boundaries are, so that you can uphold your boundaries, so that no one can ever take anything you don't want them to again. So that nobody takes anything from you that you don't freely give them. All right, guys. May the energy you serve you well. Be brave. Stay sane. Stay curious. And be kind to yourself and be kinder to others.